think when we first started out, we just wanted to make music, really. DJing came second. We did DJ in house parties and stuff. And we always wanted to do it, but it wasn't like the aim.
Yeah. I reckon we just found it more fun producing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of how we started, and that's why we linked up. You know, in the end, it became the way to perform the tracks. I mean, we mix records, but like, I wouldn't say we're any good until we're sort of early 20s. Now I feel like we're relatively decent DJs, but it's never been our sole aim. So there's always better DJs out there.
I think it makes sense from where we grew up. Like, it's easier to just make a tune, us two, than to put on a gig.
Yeah.
Near the latest.
Yeah. We couldn't get enough people together.
No one wanted to come. It wasn't very cool when we were doing it. It was like, what are you guys doing with your decks and your vinyl? And we were like, DJ.
We found a local bloke in Lancaster who was like obviously an old like rave head who had a function one, and we became mates, and then we would then go and stick the function one wherever we could find a space, and then got like a bit of a rep for throwing some parties, and then it got too much, and then hundreds of people started coming, and then we started touring and we kind of stopped. But soon we need to go back, have one of those parties again, and do it when we actually know what we're doing, because it was a bit it was kind of madness at the time. Yeah.
I was in bands from a young age, but George got me into production and actually making electronic stuff. So I played instruments before I could produce, and it was kind of the reverse for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just wanted to make loads of weird sounds, so I kind of went off and did that for a bit and made loads of terrible music on my own, but sort of learned how to do it. Me and Baz were hanging out, and then we were like, why don't we try something?
Yeah.
We did some bits together, and then we started sending ideas over Skype, and then built it up, learned how to do it kind of within Logic. I mean, we recorded Foley sounds and weird stuff and some of your bass and guitars and stuff, but we had no idea what we were doing. We didn't have any preamps or anything. We didn't have any decent mics, so it was really a case of like DI, straight in, record what we could, cut it up, and then sort of make it into tunes.
Yeah.
And then over time we sort of slowly learned what we were doing. And then it quite quickly progressed, but we still didn't really know what we were doing, even when we were sort of putting tunes out that were starting to reach, a wider audience.
We were still pretty damn young at that point.
Yeah. So I mean, we still don't know what we're doing, but I feel like at this point we can kind of think of something and make it. At that point, we definitely couldn't.
Yeah, it's never quick. In our experience, we've never had it quick. Sometimes an idea happens really quickly, but it is rare for us. We do sit with stuff for a long time. I think we used to joke that our tunes were finished when the computer wouldn't play them anymore.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Because it was like, well, we can't play the project, so I guess let's stem it.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many channels and our computer couldn't handle it.
We thought it was meant to be like that.
Yeah.
We're like, you got to put this much work in. We were doing intricate things, like moving bits around the sides, thinking it was super intelligent to do this, and then looking back and being like, it ruins the whole mix of the tune. All this stuff we were putting was completely pointless. But like the potential for what you could do with Ableton now is just so far ahead of anything we'd even imagined when we started out.
Yeah, 100%.
There's AI mastering websites already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, stuff like that, everything's easier, but it does feel like our primitive approach at the beginning, everything was wrong with what we were doing. And we made so many mistakes, and there weren't all these YouTube videos, and there weren't all these tutorials and stuff. So we didn't know what we were doing, and so we made something that didn't really sound that similar to anything else.